Yeah, I thought we played solid basketball for the better part of two games. Really good offensively for both games. Pretty good defensively for the first game for sure, and stretches in the second game. But especially with being banged up and a few guys hurt, and then even in practice last week, with Alex getting hurt and not being able to play, and then we only traveled 8 guys. And then they closed the interstate. Both interstates in North Dakota were closed to the day we left. So it's kind of one of the challenges of college athletics, I guess, this time of year. So we had quite the travel schedule on Thursday and on Friday just to make it to the game. So some interesting challenges I was really proud of. I thought we stayed focused and were able to control what we can control. And be mature about it, and kind of almost have a good time with the things that kind of kept popping up to make it a tough trip. So really thought it was a good trip for us, obviously to get 2 wins, but also just kind of continue to make sure that we're focused on what we can control and taking care of your job at any given time. So a good trip in a lot of ways for us, but also and then it snowed on the way back, and we talk about how tough it is to win on the road in our league, but we got those 2 wins. We left Thursday morning and traveled. Had to go through South Dakota because everything was closed, and we're 10 hours on the bus, and then 5 more hours on the bus before the game, and then 2.5 hours that night, and then 4 hours the night after the game, and then snow in Minneapolis. So we got back probably about 6 o'clock or so on Sunday night. So a lot of time on the bus, and a lot of time just kind of thankfully a lot of time to think about how we had played well instead of the opposite of that. But there's so many challenges associated with traveling, and so I think that makes it even better that we're able to pull out those 2 wins and feel like we played well.
In terms of battling through adversity, whether it's injuries or weather-related stuff that this team's faced, has it faced more this year with this team than you have in years past?
Yeah, I think definitely as far as the the injury bug, this year we've had that a little bit, whether that's serious things where guys have been out and had a surgery, or whether that's little things that have either had guys out for 1 or 2 games, or even just limited their minutes at times, or had them miss practice times. We've just had a lot of that this season. But definitely part of every college basketball season, I think, for every team. But it's been, it's kind of had, as a lot of people would say, be the next man up mentality. You got to be ready to go. We've had to adjust a little bit on the fly. And then I think with having a young team as well, it was just the where they've started to where we're at now as far as their maturity level, it's come a long ways. And I think in some ways it's been good that they've had to grow up in a hurry in a lot of ways, and some guys have been thrown out there knowing that there's not a lot of other options and they're probably going to play quite a bit, whether that's through an injury or whether that's through poor play or a bad start to the game, and guys are learning on the fly as we go. But really happy with all of our guys, both the guys that have been banged up to play through that. A lot of them have done that. A lot of guys have done that. Trevor and Dorian have been doing that for most of the season, and Trevor's not able to play right now, but a lot of toughness from those guys, and Max and David as well have been banged up and not missed. Kibo missed a couple games early, but he's been able to stay in the lineup lately, and then just a lot of the other guys practicing through some little nagging things. So focusing on the things that are going well and not on the things maybe that they could use for excuses. That's a step in the right direction. That takes a little bit of toughness. So been really proud of the toughness of our team, and also been really proud with our team's ability to stay focused on what do we have to do to get better. So I'm happy with how we're playing now. We've won 4 out of 5 now. I think we're playing the best we played all year. We had really in kind of that stretch of the last 10 games, we've played a lot of good basketball, and just hoping to kind of keep building on that here as the season starts to wind up.
4 games to play. You position yourself now, trying to maybe get up to that 5. You're at 7 now, but 6th or 5th position, maybe somewhere in there. But you kind of control destiny in a way, as far as if you can continue to play well.
Yeah, just trying to win each day. So honestly, and I know I say this all the time, but I literally have no idea where we're at in the standings. We'll look at that after this weekend, because then we have to start making some plans after that of where to go. But it doesn't, where we're at has no bearing on if we win on Friday night. So just trying to figure out how to beat Minnesota Crookston and how to beat Bemidji State on Saturday, and then how to prep really well for that today in practice and tomorrow in practice. And just trying to figure out how to help our guys be better, how to motivate them, how to keep them healthy, how to prepare them mentally, and just how to help keep those guys improving. Excuse me. So just focused on that stuff. After this weekend, we'll look, obviously, because we have to make plans to see where we're going to go and who we're going to play and that sort of thing. But as you start to wrap up the season, you just want to be playing well and give yourself a chance to win. And walk off the court feeling like you gave your best effort, and definitely felt like we did that the last 2 weekends. Also feel like there's a lot of things that we can improve and learn from those 2 weekends. So just trying to keep doing that every day, and starting again this afternoon when we get on the court here at 3:45.
How effective is this team at learning on the fly?
I think they've been really good. I think that's been one of the best things. Starting at early in the year when Trevor got banged up on our first road trip, and we weren't sure if he was going to play, and then he was out for 4 or 5 games, and Sam was already banged up. 2 guys that play the forward position for us. So then in Puerto Rico, we were basically practicing and walking through stuff in a hotel room with a court down, taped on the court, trying to say, hey, you're going to be playing a new spot that you've never played before. Who thinks that they can handle that and who can be effective there, and doing some good things out of that. And even though with those 2 guys out, we lost a few games, I thought we started to kind of build a mentality just to kind of do whatever it takes. Even though we weren't finishing those games off, we had guys stepping up, ready to be eager to step into a different role or to get out there and mix it up a little bit. So I think we've been really good at that. I've been really proud of our guys' ability to just kind of be ready to go and do whatever it takes for the team. Obviously there's been some steps along the way where we didn't finish games out, or we got exposed for being out of position or being a little bit young or whatever. But the main thing is growth, and the main thing is getting better. And if I look at where we're at now compared to a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I'm really happy with how we've done those things. So we just have to make sure we finish up, and we want to finish just like every year. You want to finish saying, hey, we made the most of that season. We improved as much as we possibly could. We were as good as we could be, and just kind of judge your season by, hey, how well did we fulfill what we can do? Did we play to the best of our abilities? Did I get as good as I can be as an individual and as a team? And we got guys fighting for that, which means a lot as a coach to see that every day, and not be distracted by the stuff that's outside of your control. So hopefully we can keep building that. And again, just as I am every week when we meet on Tuesdays, I'm excited for this weekend. Whether we win 2 or lose 2, I'm always excited for those next 2 games, and excited to coach our team, and proud of the guys in our program for just the effort that they give on a daily basis. So hopefully we can finish this thing up strong, and I definitely like the way we're going.